Hey YouTube, so on this edition of Witch Please, it's a bit of a break in my herbal series, but I wanted to take you on a little bit of a field trip and followed by a haul. Um, so before I get into it, I just want to say that I wanted to take you into the crystal shop that I went to, but I didn't because it was so small and the staff was like right there. I didn't. I mean, they're really really nice guys, but I didn't want to seem rude or anything or imposing. Um, but yeah, I will definitely get back to that more when I unleash my haul. But I did stop by Hobby Lobby and I have a whole bunch of video all about that. Everything I saw there. So stay tuned. I hope you like it, and I will be back with all the witch crap I bought. So see you later. They're stone. Those seem like clever. I like those. So cute. Oh my god, I love little freakers. I wonder if Hobby Lobby or Mike has any faux. Ooh, cotton flowers, nice. Has any faux wildflowers like chicory or Queen Anne's lace that I could stage in a photograph? That would be nice. I miss pussy willows. Did you say pussy willows? Well, yes, sweet, I did. Love this. Cider. So they are totally getting in gear for the harvest, it looks like. Hotel gold candles. Burnt orange cinnamon colored candles. Bronze candles. chocolate brown candles. That's pretty. Ooh, that is lovely. Check out these holiday ornaments. I love these crowns for the Morgan sovereignty for a Yule tree. That would be awesome. I have the trees over there. Okay, these are cool. I actually do like these, but are you kidding me? YouTube Christmas in July? Seriously? I Ooh, whoops for the Morgan. That would be nice. And so with these, if they were black, these are still kind of cool. I actually like those. I do wonder if there's a way you could buy a bunch of these and then color them black when you get home. Maybe with like spray on glitter. That would be kind of cool. For the Morgan for you, that would be an awesome idea. And I love these because, as you know, I have nearly an erotic obsession with the horn god. These pretty swans. More and more horns. Must be a thing this year. And rosemary. I used to know a high priestess, she who shall not be named, and she had a beautiful black glass bottle that she used for her holy water at her altar. Unfortunately, several months later, I learned that she totally lied to me. She said that she had it specially blown for by an artisan, when in fact she bought it here at Hobby Lobby because I happened to find the exact same bottle for sale right over there. So I'm in the cake decorating aisle, and I do not know why I cannot seem to find the plain butter um, emollient for baking. All I can find is the butter vanilla, which does not suit my purposes because I have vanilla extract that I adore. All I need is just the regular butter. Ooh, dust to dust. I am in sort of the wood hobby section of Hobby Lobbies, and I found that somewhere of 4 or 2 of these. There are 2 in each packet would look awesome on that great wooden box I have. Maybe even more around the edges. That might actually look kind of cool. So I'll have to look into that. They're, how much are they? $2 a piece. So I will have to think about that and consider where to place them. But yeah, that is kind of a cool idea. I hope there are instructions because I would have no idea. Nope, no instructions. So I have no idea how I would affix them to that wooden box. If anyone knows, please get back to me. Ooh, I love these. These will look really great on one of those boxes that I'm designing at the moment. And these would be great little edgers for a hand-bound grimoire or book of shadows. Ooh, look at that one. Loving it. Damn. I'll have to hang out here more often. A shame it's out of my way. These are awesome. I actually love these for holding herb-infused oils. That would be great. Even potions, but the jar that I saw on the 50% off awesome sale, but the jar that I saw that I really want in bulk are these for all my magical and medicinal herbs. These are the perfect size. It is $6. It's their half off right now. It's 5 by 7 inches by 3 inches, and if I can find these wholesale, for a really awesome price, I would just buy at least 50 of them because I need them for my apothecary. But I really like that they have these itty bitty ones too, which are just $3, and they are just perfect for holding resins and more minute amounts of herbs. Just the perfect size. Really impressed. If it should happen, I never find a resource for those old vintage apothecary style jars, I would settle for these in a heartbeat because they have the same sort of feel to them. Okay, so I am here in the candle making section, and I am about ready to piss off a lot of candle makers. Because if you make candles, please do not buy soy wax. It directly supports Monsanto. I mean, you may think it's more natural, more vegan, whatever, but would you really want to support Monsanto, who literally has a monopoly on the soybean industry right now? So they are making money from the soy wax that is being made into candles and sold right now. So I would consider using beeswax instead. But hey guys, so I found tons of macrame cord. Now, macrame cord is really what I recommend when making a witch's cord for spell. And as you can see, there are tons of colors to choose from. But as you can also see, it's very, very thin. So what I would recommend is using 3 strands of each color in your cord and sort of braiding them together and treating each color as though it's one strand of cord. When braiding together your witch's cord, we have black and white and pink would be good in a love spell. Let's see, blue for Scorpio or for Pisces, red for passion, for vigor. This teal also for Pisces. This sky blue for Aquarius and Uranus to help encourage ideas. This fertile brown, which can also neutralize an adversary. I might actually buy some. Oh, this blue, this bright, deep royal blue to influence those in positions of authority, such as bankers, lawyers, judges, capitalists, that sort of thing. And here, just down the aisle from the macrame, we have feathers, lots and lots of different colored feathers that you can totally add into your own, which is cool. It's just great for the flower beauty. So there's any color you can imagine. The purple feathers, peach colored feathers. These are pretty. I like these. These are the green and stuff. Oh, I love this is like right there. Very social like. Oh, great to use as a stuffer for a model. And the herbs even. I like that. I like great. Whoever's making that noise, I must have stopped. Loving this. I love all things horn dog related, and this is my jam. Nothing too. That's pretty badass. So pretty. I'm having an awesome sale today. Ooh, that's nice. I like that. Loving this so hard. Oh my god, I love that to death. Ah. And again, 50% off. What an awesome deal. Oh, love this. Damn it. I'm telling you people, if you like that farmhouse vibe like I do, here I am. Hobby Lobby is the place to shop for all your furnishings. Loving this. Oh, ooh, love that. Really love this. There we go. Okay, check this out. Hobby Lobby has mini cloches. I love that. How cute is that? I mean, they're tiny. I don't know what you would put under them, but they are tiny. They fit perfectly on these. Now, a friend of mine was telling me that Hobby Lobby does carry orange candles, and I am on the hunt for them because I simply have not found orange candles anywhere. Hello. This is actually the perfect length and color of purple for a candle for a spout. Actually, all these candles are really, really good for spouts. I am really, really, really impressed. And this is actually a pretty good orange. It could be a little more vibrant, but pretty damn good. It's only $1.30, and I am probably going to be stocking up because these are awesome. I mean, God, the pink, red, purple. It's so hard to find a good shade of purple anymore. And these are even longer. Holy crap. Goodness, I am delightfully impressed. So, hold on. To my pagan BFF, thank you, Jennifer, for telling me about Hobby Lobby. That was awesome. Okay, so the first thing I bought today wasn't at Hobby Lobby or the Crystal Place. It was at Half Price Books, which is where I buy almost all my books nowadays. I almost never buy anything at Barnes and Noble because every time I go there, they don't have anything that I am remotely interested in. Besides the fact that everything's so horribly overpriced. I mean, Bordeaux's Books was still pretty expensive, but not nearly as expensive as Barnes and Noble's. Yeah, whoever their book buyer was, they did a smash up job. They knew exactly what they were doing. They bought really good books. Um, Barnes and Noble would do well to hire them to work for their company. Because I rarely walked out of Barnes and Noble, or I really walked out of Borders without a book under my arm. They really knew their clientele well, and the subjects that their store housed. So God, it was just a great shopping experience, bar none. But I went to the Harper's bookstore today because I had a coupon for 40% off, burning a hole in my pocket, and I picked up this nifty little book by Melita Denning and Osborne Phillips. I really love their literature. I wish they were more popular, but this is just psychic self-defense and well-being. Now, I originally intended to walk in and buy a tarot deck that I'd seen there the week before, the Victorian Fairy Tarot. Unfortunately, some little witch sniped it from me, and whoever they are, I hope they are just loving it, just enjoying the hell out of it. No, no, of course not. I hope they hate it. I hope it doesn't work for them. That I just hope the deck isn't for them. Oh God, it was so infuriating. I really wanted this deck. It's been on my wish list for a long time, and I walk in and it's gone. Unfortunately, I also have to be a rather jealous bitch too. So there's that. But I really can't wait to read this. It looks really good. And while I was there dropping off some books of my own to sell, there's this most adorable little cub there, just as proud as just as proud as a peacock. Oh, I just wanted to give him just the biggest hug. He asked for my license. I actually have two, one from like years back because I like the photo in that one better than the photo of the time of my license now. So I gave him that photo. Unfortunately, there's like a little defect in it, so we couldn't read the number on my license. So I had to give him the one with the ugly photo on it. Really embarrassing. He was adorable, but yeah. After that, I went to Coin Stamps and More, which is which is on Hickman Road in Clive. It is like right on a corner, so if you're not really paying attention to your surroundings and what stores are right around you, you'll miss it. You'll drive right on by. God, the guys there are so nice. They actually gave me more change back than I had coming to me because he grabbed the wrong change and didn't want to go back and get the right amount. So I actually got back more change than what I had spent there. The crystals that I were after is just sort of in a little sort of an island in the middle of the store. I as I said before, I would have whipped out my camera and taken a video, but I didn't want to seem rude. Kind of the guys, they were really nice. They acted like they were basically brothers. Really sweet guys. But I picked up, and I'm really gonna have to write in these bags what these stones are, just so I don't forget. But I have Amazonite, and this is about the size of most of the stones in my collection. They're about this big, which I bought back in the 1990s. And it's really hard to find stones that big now for the price that I paid then. Because the stones were about $1 then, and the stones I bought today were around $1.50, so a little more expensive for about half as big. But this was actually $3, so not that bad. The prices weren't awful. There is a cold store in Des Moines that is selling rose quartz chips, mind you, for between $5 and $12 a piece. And I'm all like, "Are you kidding me? That is outrageous! Who does that?" Ugh. And I was happy to find that they have some aquamarine, which is cool because I've never owned aquamarine before, and I am a Pisces, so this is definitely going to get used at some point. I have 2 pieces of labradorite. One of them is going to be going into my gift basket at some point. Not crazy big, but they were like the largest specimens in the little plastic drawers. Oh, and one other thing, if you drop by this store, make sure you remember the prices of the stones as you're picking them out. Otherwise, they won't know, and they can't really read that far across the room. So yeah, that's really the only problem. The last stone I bought, and I really like this stone. It's really pretty. Um, Technically, it is red tiger's eye, but another name for it that I personally like is dragon's eye. So this is my dragon's eye stone. It's gorgeous. I love it to death. Then on to Michael's. I bought a buttload of stuff. I bought candles because I was in need, and when I made candles, I couldn't quite get some of the colors that I wanted because the dyes I was using usually made them too dark or not quite the right shade, and I don't know why, but I have such a hard time finding orange candles. Um, just anywhere at any store, orange candles are almost never there. Even during the autumn, during Halloween especially, I went to excuse me, I went to the at-home store, and I've been there for years around the Halloween season, and they have black candles up the wazoo, but not an orange candle at all in the entire store. None. Mm-mm. But these are really, the perfect size candles for, rituals and spells, and I really like the fact that they came in so many different lengths. I mean, look at this one. This is like 9 inches, I think. Um, no, actually, it is 10 inches. So it is actually a pretty nice sized candle. This is a green candle, great for a money spell. Orange candle for communication, for Mercury, for expediting a message. Blue for blue is for calm, healing, but also for not necessarily manipulating, but influencing those in positions of authority. And there is purple. I actually like this purple. It's not too dark, not too light. And purple is of course for spirituality, for blessings sometimes, for psychic awareness, and also for influencing those in positions of authority. Now, I also bought from Michael's macrame cord, and macrame cord is great for cord spells, but it's also great if you construct a puppet and you need something to bind it with. You know, they come in tons of colors. Unfortunately, I never see macrame in the diameter that I would rather buy it in, the larger diameter. And even when you do find it, the color selection isn't quite as good. So um, to make do with what you have, just braid it together, you know, and it'll work fine. But yeah, I bought, you know, white, black, and pink. Black to draw an energy, white to send the spell out, and pink for the spell itself. You can probably tell what sort of a spell I would be casting with that. I also had pink candles downstairs that I had made. Although I'm not really sure what stone I would tie into the cord. Probably a piece of rose quartz I've had for years. I would have actually bought rose quartz today, but my specimen is actually much bigger than the ones that I saw there, and I was really surprised that they didn't have any carved stones, you know, like a carved rose quartz, like a rose quartz heart. That would work well also. But I also found fancy feathers, and I really like the fact that some of these are speckled, and you know, they come in different colors. You know, the grays. Grays would be great in a spell for just to cloud someone's judgment. You know, very sort of drawing on sort of the darker vices of the planetary energy of Mercury. But yeah, guys, there's some great, flashy, flirtatious hot pink in there. Some blacks. You know, I really like the variety of colors, but you know, I had a really great day shopping today, and when I get down to making a little magic, I will probably end up posting a video about it. So until then, my brothers and sisters, keep calm and witch on. Now this wire handle, which is original for the piece. I wish mine had one, but this one costs $30. If anyone feels like picking them up, it's at